Guys, welcome back to another video. Now this is just going to be a video talking about habits and self-improvement. Now, over the past few months I have developed habits in my life that I consider sacred, that I'll do every day. And those have included go to the gym, meditation, they've included journaling, gratitude journaling, they've included stretching before I start a workout. That's included a whole bunch of different things, right? And I've stayed very consistent to all of these. And I have routinized my day around these positive habits, right? And you know what? Just a couple of days ago. Oh, sorry, mate. Just a few days ago, I decided enough was enough, and I stopped doing all of them. I stopped meditating. I stopped journaling. I stopped going to the gym. Everything, and I just sat and did my own thing. Sat in my room, disconnected from my phone. And what I realised is, you know, everyone raves about these habits, but it just depends about where you want to get to in your self-improvement. It depends what your aim is. You know, my aim isn't so concerned with a lot of these habits. These habits aren't actually getting me the results. They're good habits to do, but they're not really getting me the results that I want. And so why would I do them? So, you know, a lot of self-improvement gurus will sort of present you the answer like it's dogma. And that's good, especially to get you started, you know, just to think, no matter what, you've got to exercise every day. And I still do think that. I still do think I've got to exercise every day. You know, but like things like gratitude journaling every day, it's like a great habit, I'll probably still do it. But it's not really going to change my life. And it's not that I'm aware of. And if it's not going to change my life, you know, if I'm not getting what I want out of it, then I don't need to do it. That's the thing, like my life hasn't gone to shit since I've stopped these habits. Now, obviously, you know, if these habits stop me from doing negative habits, like playing computer games, like getting drunk and masturbating, you know, like short, like, you know, I'm not saying they have no use whatsoever, but for God's sake, there's more to your life than just positive habits. And I've kind of broken away from the mold of a lot of quote unquote dogma. It's not really dogma, but you know what I mean, a lot of dogma about self-improvement, because I think it's just different for every person. And you know, if you spend time away from these like positive habits that are meant to change your life, you can suddenly think, it's just allowed me as a baseline to get back to what is really important to me. It's like, okay, well, what do I actually want to achieve in my life? I want to get rid of a lot of my anxious energy. Okay, let's go and stretch. Like today, I've just got back from camping, and I just stretched. You know, I've just been stretching most of today, and would I have done that if I was so busy filling in my little gratitude journal and you know what, I did go to the gym today, but you know, and you know, meditating, it's like at some point you have got to think, like, I think what I've realised is that you've got to really think, are these habits serving you, or are you serving these habits? And you know, it's just so much better if you can get back to baseline and then, you know, build up. You know, it's not a bad thing to build up, you know, a routine, a bunch of habits, and then drop them if it's not working for you anymore. You know, these things can change. And above all these things, you know, gratitude journaling, meditation, going to the gym. Like again, I'm not saying these things aren't important, but you know, at the end of the day, what's really going to make a difference in self-improvement is, does it help you build a life that, you know, is your life going somewhere? And if you're just some loser who gets up gets up in the morning, spends the whole day doing a bunch of positive habits, goes to the gym, meditates, gratitude journals, and then does fuck all for the rest, for the rest of the day, then these habits aren't necessarily serving you, because you're still not doing anything. Now, if you do these positive habits, and then suddenly, you get loads of motivation to go and research, like let's say you're a student, you get lots of motivation to go and research internships for a career you want, or it gives you sort of a direction in your life after doing these positive habits. But I think these positive habits can equally just distract you from what's really important, which is your life's going somewhere. You're not just a loser who's doing nothing with his life. And especially like for guys who are watching this, I think in particular, that is the real thing that's going to stop you from being depressed and anxious. Especially being depressed, is your life's going somewhere. You've got some kind of thing to get up for in the morning. That's so much more important than, like, I know people like Hamza say, meditation is really important. It's not as important as having your life go somewhere. At least for me, anyway. So, don't be afraid to think, hang on a minute, this habit that everyone's raving about, it's not working for me, because these things are a distraction, guys. They are a distraction. It's a bit of time is money, right? And you're spending money when you're doing a positive habit, and that's great if you're getting returns on it. But be critical about it. Am I actually getting returns on this positive habit? And is it distracting me from where my life's going? Is my life really going somewhere, or am I just kind of filling my day with a bunch of habits so I don't really have to think about my future? Give that a good think, guys, because that's really important. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.